Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. I have some liquid white in my sky, and it's just going to be a simple little blue sky today, because I got a lot of trees back in here. This is acrylic paint that I threw on here, and the reason I did is so I don't lose my lines. I mean, I had to make lines, draw this out, and I use charcoal when I do that. But if I run this brush across the charcoal, my lines are going to vanish. That's why I go ahead and use acrylic. But that's what that is. There's no oil on it or anything yet. This guy's just a simple little, I'm using a 2-inch brush here. Just a simple little basic blue sky, kind of light in some areas. I can already see my stretcher bar is going to give me a hit. I might put a little Prussian blue in this. I think the sky comes down to about in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure this is trees right here. Let me take a little Prussian blue. I like the corners a little darker than this. I really like this composition. I do have somewhat of a picture on my iPad to look at today. And that's always a good thing. Anytime you have a picture to look at, that's a good thing. Let me set this down and try to blend some of this out. Like I said, we got trees that are sticking up, so I'm not even sure how important it is down in this area. I might have to get me a different brush. That brush has got just too contaminated. Oh yeah. Much, much better. Definitely going to put a tree where that stretcher bar is. Crisscross strokes is what you want to be doing. Start at the bottom and work your way up. Crisscross strokes will blend it out real nice. See, I think that looks good right there. I think that's a keeper. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on let's put some oil on this acrylic right here. I've been having a little trouble with my microphone. When I was doing this, I could tell that my microphone was not working right. But other than that, there's always something, right? Let's go ahead and just take some brown and some ochre. Let's go ahead and put some color down on this chimney here. That's a nice looking chimney. I don't think I've ever done a stone chimney until now. We just need some color down. It's going to take me a while to put color down on this house, but I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. We need more yellow in this, a little brighter. Make it a little bit brighter. This whole side needs to be brighter, I would say. Let's bring this on down. Yeah, this composition's really sweet, man. I like it. I hope it turns out well. All you can do is cross your fingers, right? But I'm just going to keep doing this because this is going to take a while. And I'm going to put color over this whole thing, at least my first layer of oil. And then I will bring you back. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, what I'm doing now is these trees are sitting pretty far back, so I'm just going to use a 1-inch brush. And a lot of this will be covered with, there's trees in front of these trees. but I got to put something back in here. So I'm just putting, you could call these background trees or whatever you want to call them. They're important though. I mean, they're part of the picture. Let me get me a cleaner brush, and I'm going to put some color on these. Green and yellow. Let me go ahead and hold this up. Set my painting back a minute. Let's see how this looks. That's not bad. These are just background trees. This is, I mean, it's not a critical thing, but it's part of the picture. Let's just keep going. I'm probably going to put some more yellow on top of these. This is like my second color. This is the greenery part. Just put some green down, then we'll highlight with some yellow here in a minute. I'm just going to throw a little bit of this in here on this part, because a lot of this is going to be hidden for sure. And if it's not, we're going to hide it. We'll make it hidden. But that's just background stuff right there. I'm going to give me a little more yellow. Just pure yellow. Maybe a touch of white with it. You know, the further something back is, the lighter. Let's see if we can do a little something here. Kind of define where the trees are. That's probably okay for that one. The sun is coming down this way today. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. I like that. I'll go ahead and do some of these. I don't think they'll be seen too much. I could be wrong, so I'm going to go ahead and, just for the sake of doing it, throw something on there. Okay, that looks great. Now I think we're going to start on some grass. All right, let's go ahead and put our leaves in here. Let me pull my picture back up here real fast. These are going to be our 3 foreground trees. And I've got my granddaughter's brush, the old cheapo. But before I do that, let me see if I can't. It's possible I could maybe take this 1-inch brush and use it. I just didn't. It just seems a little big, but maybe it's not. Let's start right in here. And as I said, I do the comma strokes a lot of times, but I don't know, man. I don't know if that would look right today or not. This kind of tree may look a lot better, because those do. Let's see if we can do it with these. These trees are more open than what I would normally paint. I'm gonna put some right in here. Bring this down just a little more. Confused about that. I don't know what I done there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Let's put some right here, right there, right there. Right in here. Bring it down to there. I'll bring this on down to here. Okay, let's do our last one here. Let's make this one pretty tall, which it is in the picture. Not too bad. Maybe I could put a branch or something down right in through here. I'll bring this one down a little more. Let me look. Let me go ahead, get some green and some yellow. Green and yellow. I've got to hold these in my hand because you're going to pick up this black. Let's start right here. Let's see if we can do something. I may have to wait till this dries because that don't look good already. Okay, that's a little better. This is just our second color. Pure yellow will be our third color that we use. I don't want this super bright or anything. Okay, I think that's okay. You got to stand back and look at it sometimes. And we'll make adjustments as we need them. Alright folks, let's go ahead and put some grass in. Let's finish up our grass and we'll move on to something else. I'm just going to continue what I was doing, getting behind this well house here. Okay, just continue using the same colors. They're going to get darker as they're coming closer, don't forget that. Everything does it, everything gets darker as it comes towards you. In painting, well, not just in painting, in life in general. If you look at some mountains that are a pretty good distance away, you'll see that they're kind of light in color, and as they get closer to you, they get darker. Not just mountains, anything. So we're going to start transitioning over here. Get darker and darker. I'm going to keep putting some green down till I get a little closer. This is the light side of the house, actually, and even though it is, it's still got to be a little darker than that. Just has to be. It's just the way it works. Now I'm just kind of using pure green down here. I'm going to get into some Prussian blue here in a second. Make it real dark. Here in a second, I mean right now. Throw some Prussian blue in. I think I need to throw a little bit up in here. It's real strong color. If you use too much, you'll get yourself in trouble. I'm going to take some alizarin crimson because I have it on here and I want to use it somewhere. Red is a foreground color, so it's perfectly fine. That way I can get rid of it and don't waste it. I don't like wasting anything. Okay, that's probably enough paint, I would say. Real close to it if it's not. Some ochre, throw some more ochre in here. Quickly. Okay, let's get our brush. 1-inch brush. Start at the top, work your way down. Now see, I've already hit this with a fan brush, but I have it down here. You can go right over this water well. Won't hurt a thing. That's why I like using acrylic on it. Go ahead and get all the way up to your house. Get as much done as you can before you get down into the blue. Once you get into the blue, it's over with. Can't use your brush for much else. Now we're getting into the real dark stuff down here. Real dark. I love compositions like this. This is the kind of stuff I look for. Hard to find a good composition. That's why a lot of times I just paint on the fly, man, because I can't find anything I want to paint. Okay. Alright, as you can see here, I've been working a little bit. I got some stones put on here, and I'm working on this right here. A lot of you see me do this before, but a lot of you probably haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and get me, you gotta have a paper towel, clean paper towel. I'm using 3 different brushes. This is my clean brush. I don't want anything on it. I am taking some raw umber with my first brush. Sunlight is coming down this way, and I am making some stones. The bottom right area, I am painting it dark, the bottom right area. And I say area because it's like a, you know, as you can see, half the stone is dark. I might have to go over that. This is real wet. This is where this is still the same day. This is the first day, and this is still real wet. So I may have to go over some of this again because it's so wet. But you can get the general idea of what I'm doing here. And I am just, like I said, the bottom right area. I'll do probably 4 or 6 of these for you and give you the idea of what I'm doing here. But this is wet. It's always better to wait till the next day, but I'm impatient. I mean, I got stuff to do. I want to finish. I got work to do on this still, and I want to get it done. So if you're impatient like I am, then you're going to have to paint with it being wet, the undercoat. And that's why I'm doing this, because I'm impatient. Now, take your other brush. This other brush just has white on it. And I got a little bit of ochre. Small amount. And the upper left part of the stone, you're going to do white. And like I said, this is all wet, so this is mixing. Keep your brush clean. You just want white and a touch of ochre. And the reason we're doing it this way, because this is the direction of the sun. That's how the sun is coming in. Sun is coming in like this. This gives it a 3-dimensional look. This is flat, this is not. This is what we want. Something that is not flat looking, because that don't look good. Now if the sun was coming down this way, you would do this the opposite. The dark would be in the bottom left, the light would be in the upper right. If the sun was coming down the other direction. But we've determined which direction the sun is coming from. Keep your brush nice and clean. clean as you can keep it. Even if you got to wipe it off each and every time, which I do a lot. This is time consuming and tedious, but it's okay. Now we're going to take our, that was a dark brush, a light brush, and now we got a clean brush. And this clean brush is just to kind of clean up a little bit. We're just going to, and I'm barely, literally barely going to touch this. I'm just kind of just cleaning this, just trying to blend this together a little bit. That's really all I'm doing, just trying to clean it up just a touch. See, like I said, I'm probably going to have to hit some of this again where this is so wet underneath, but that's all right. We're just painting. That's how it goes in painting sometimes. You gotta go over stuff. Nobody likes to, I don't either, but anyways, that's how you do it. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna put some on the face. This is dark here. I may have to do something with this, and I'm pretty sure I will. But we're coming together, the picture's coming together, and I'll be back. All right, as you can see, I've been working here a little bit. I went ahead and put these couple bushes in. I got two back here, and I put this old fence in right here. I like this old fence. I'm gonna work on highlighting some of this. Remember the sun, you can see by the shadows, the sun is coming down this direction. So let's go ahead and throw some highlights on this. This is pure white because I just put these in here. This is going to mix. This is raw umber and brown I kind of mixed together. I want this fence to look kind of gnarly, as you can see, kind of rough. Got some stuff twisted. I mean, that's what we want. This is a close-up fence. And we want it to be kind of gnarly looking, kind of rough. Kind of rough looking. I'm just running down some white right now. I'll be honest with you, so far I really like this picture, man. This composition, this kind of stuff I like right here. I like old, rustic, country looking settings. I did have a picture to look at. It don't have this well in here, but it needs a well. There's an old house right there. It did have the old house and had some of these trees, and it did have this fence. But I added this well right here. You know, you don't have to follow the picture exactly. If you have one, you don't have to follow it exactly. Take things away, put things in. If you're the one that's painting it, whatever makes you happy. I'll go ahead and do the top railing, do this railing right here. But this fence, I think, should put the icing on the cake, so to speak. Because I think everything else is pretty close to being done, except for a touch up here or two. Here and there, I mean. Except for a touch up here and there. I'll do a few more, then I'll work on some of it off camera. It's kind of slow. But I'm just going to take some yellow ochre and I'm just going to make this look rough. This is close up. So you're going to be able to see texture in it. This is actually a big post here. So since it's close up, you're going to see texture, so you got to make it look like it has texture. Okay, I'm going to start working on some. I'm going to finish this and start working on a little bit of this, and I'll be right back. All right, let me show you what I'm doing. In case you notice something looks a little different, I got rid of the fence that I had here. It wasn't cutting it. So I'm gonna have to put a new fence in. I had to redo the grass, redo some of the well, and now I'm working on this fence. I just didn't like it. I looked at it and I thought I'd like it to start with, but man, it just wasn't cutting it. And that's what you got to do. I mean, don't leave it. This is the time to fix it. If you don't like something, change it. I didn't like it. I wished I did and I wouldn't have to do this. But I don't, you just got to do what you got to do. But anyways, this is soaking wet, all this. I just done all this right here. So I'll probably put some of this white on here just for a highlight so you can see where the fence is. It's so dark down here in this area. And then I'll probably wait till tomorrow and work on it when it's a little drier. Because I can't do a whole lot with it right now. Yeah, I'm just throwing this on so you can see it. And then I might put some flowers going up it, or flowers here in the corner. Try to spruce it up a little bit. But it was just out of proportion. I mean, I did actually had a picture to look at, and the fence it did look just like I had it, but it's a real picture. In this painting, it just didn't fit. And you just gotta change it. If you don't change it, you won't ever be happy with it. It'll haunt you forever. You always look at it and think, man, I wished I'd changed that. So just take a little time. I mean, I've probably been working on this, changing it for probably, 40 minutes. And it'll probably take me another hour to finish the fence and put in a few things here and there. So, that's not real bad. I mean, it's always easier if you don't have to do that, but if it's easy, everybody'd do it, right? You just got to do what you got to do. Yeah, it just did not look right. Well, anyways, I just wanted to bring you back and show you what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to stop right here and finish this tomorrow when it dries a little. And that's what we're going to do. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, folks, that looks like a wrap. I finished my fence and I just put in a few flowers. That's all I did. So you didn't miss a whole bunch. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.